All right, guys, welcome to session 2 of our fairy tale unit. Now, yesterday, you guys had to read Red Riding Hood, or watch, I guess, Red Riding Hood, and the Three Billy Goats Gruff, and you had to decide which one you wanted to get in your bones. Okay, so I hope today you know exactly which one you are going to be adapting. Okay, now we're talking about adapting fairy tales. Writers write adaptations all the time. They take the classic story and they write a different version of it. And writers call this type of writing adaptations. And although writers adapt all sorts of stories, there is one kind of story that writers especially adapt, and that's fairy tales. Okay, now today, very similar to yesterday, we're going to look at how writers and why writers adapt fairy tales. Okay, so we know how to write a classic fairy tale, how to write fairy tale adaptations. We have to know the classic story and tell it often. That's what we did yesterday with our booklets. Okay, and you guys chose Red Riding Hood and the Three Billy Goats Gruff, one of those. You're going to know that story and you're going to tell it often with that booklet, so I hope you kept that. Okay, today we're going to look at ways authors adapt fairy tales. Okay, and what we're going to be asking ourselves is, what does the author seem to be doing when he or she changes things and not others? So you'll notice in these fairy tale adaptations, the author chooses to change some things, but not everything. Okay, now with your partner, you could be using these types of sentence starters, like maybe it's because, or could it be that she was thinking, or my theory is that. Okay, so the big question that we're asking ourselves is, what does the author seem to be doing when he or she changes some things and not others? Today you're going to work with your partner and you're going to use another link to listen to different Cinderella stories. And you're going to be using these sentence starters and discussing and writing down in your writing notebook what the author changes and why you think that the author chose to change that. Okay, I'll start with a few of my own. So you're going to start with Cinderella today. Okay, there's a lot of different Cinderella's stories on the link. Okay, I believe it's bit.ly/unit4002. Okay, so you're going to first start by reading or watching, I guess, the original Cinderella story. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of different kinds, but you need to know the original. Well, I bet just by looking at this one right here, Bigfoot Cinderella, I bet you could tell already what this author has changed. Instead of using the beautiful Cinderella, this author changed it to be the Cinderella's a Bigfoot. I'm going to ask myself, why on earth did the author change this and adapt it to be a Bigfoot Cinderella? Well, I'm going to use that sentence starter. Maybe it's because not everybody wants to read about a beautiful princess like the original. Maybe this author was trying to be funny because Bigfoots are funny, right? Let's go to the next one. How about Ponyella? Right away, I don't even have to read this story. I can look and I bet you that this pony is adapted to be the Cinderella. Now I'm going to ask myself again, why do I think that, or what do I think the author was trying to do by changing the Cinderella to a pony? My theory is that this author, maybe she really loves ponies, or maybe she wants to get readers who love horses to read this story. Okay, how about this one? Prince Cinders. Right away, I bet you can tell, instead of Cinderella, like the Princess Cinderella, this is Prince Cinders. This author changed, instead of a girl Cinderella, to a boy Cinderella. Okay, we're going to add that on our list. Ways authors adapt fairy tales, they change the character from a girl to a boy. Okay, that is a way that you can adapt a fairy tale. Now again, today you are going to use that link to watch a bunch of different Cinderella adaptations. And you're going to ask yourself, what does the author seem to be doing when he or she changes some things and not others? You and your partner can write down ways authors adapted the fairy tales and write down what the author seems to be doing. Why did they change some things and not everything? Okay, you're going to write at least as much as you can. And you and your partner can work together, but both of you need to be recording it down on your paper so that you can use it when tomorrow you start adapting either Red Riding Hood or the Three Billy Girls Gruff. Good luck.